My name is Renato Tavares. I'm from Teresópolis. I'm from Rio. Moved when I was about 4 years old to Teresópolis. Started training Jiu-Jitsu in '74. It was a medical recommendation, like I have a little problem to breathe, and then they said, "Oh, you need to do some kind of exercise." And then I started doing. I was swimming, but Teresópolis is a pretty cold place, and then the doctor said, like, "Oh, try jiu-jitsu," and then it was amazing. Like the coach I have there, Jenny Rebelo and Elias Martins, was very good coach, and training for 38 years. I was training Serrano Jiu-Jitsu, and then I moved to Rio to study. I got my black belt under Carson Grace Sr. In '96. That time I was training, competing a lot, and he decided to promote me, and then was a blast. Like all the time you get a promotion in the Carson Gracie school, is kind of, you're already ready for the next belt. Like a lot of schools, somebody get a promote, but when you go to the next belt and then have a hard time on the purple belt, move to blue, and then they're like the same thing, the other belts. But in the Carson Gracie, soon you move to the next belt, you're kind of ready for that belt to compete in for the finals, semifinals. I remember I did 22 tournaments as a blue belt, and I won about 17, 18 tournaments. I was teaching Curitiba, and then I have a friend, the guys from Kentucky, Jeff Davison, Daves. I'm very glad he offered me to come here. Like, thanks, Jeff, for the opportunity to come here. And then he offered me to teach, and then moved to Kentucky. I stayed there for about 4 or 5 months. Went to Brazil. I have my father passed away, and then I moved back to Brazil for a little while. Then Liborio and all those guys, Marcelo and Conor from America Top Team, offered me to come back, and then I came back in 2003, and from there I'm living here from there. I moved to US, I moved to Florida, and I started training and teaching Coconut Creek, and then after I moved to Orlando, and about 6 years ago I moved to Vero Beach, and I decided to open my school there. The city is a small town, and then the idea is like a growing for the city, and I have been growing for the city for the last 5 years. They have a school there. We moved from one location to another location, and I already spent for the third time, and then I was very glad to move to Vero and start my school there, and that way I have more opportunity to make my association growing too. Like we have right now about 16 schools around the U.S. under the association. We do really well. We had a tournament in Dallas, was a Dallas Open. We have a team represent the association, and the association just have like a team competing like 3 years, and then we went to Dallas and get a third place like a team in adults, and get a second in the kid division, and was very I was very happy with that thing, because just in 3 years you have the team go, and they have a lot of good teams, and we went there, like have Barra Gracie Alliance, all those big tournaments, Lovato, and we got a third. They was very happy with that thing, especially like be third place in the tournament like IBJJF. That was, for me, represent a lot, like being third place, and then one of those moments like I compare for like when I get my black belt. The association growing really fast, and then we have the website for the association too. When we add positions, right now we add more conditioning training. Always like we try offer as much as we can to the students, the coach, to have more knowledge to pass for the students. And pretty soon going to add more stuff, not just about conditioning and technique, but pass information about how we can make your gym growing, how you can improve your clientele. And then the idea of the association is not just give a knowledge in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or like a work like conditioning, but getting all aspects we can grow in like as a team. Compete is something I love to do. It's not just competing in tournaments. Everything I do, I try to compete. And sometimes when I do exercise, I even compete with myself. I always wanna, if I don't have nobody to do with me, I always try to push myself with the limit. Like for the Mundials, I decided to drop to light feather. The way that the last time I competed was in I think '94. It's about 18 years ago, and then after that, just competing in feather. But after Pan-Ams, I decided I'm gonna drop, like have 45 days, and I dropped like 17 pounds to compete. And it was I was challenging myself to do something like that and be able to do the whole training, the diet and everything. And then something like I always compete against myself. And when I go for the tournaments, like I always want to be like a first place. I think the tournaments is very important for the people who want to grow more and learning more, and maybe in the future be like a coach, because you can test yourself. Whatever you're training in your gym, you drill, you can go to when you go to the tournament, you test yourself. You see if the stuff's working. If it doesn't work, it's something you can come back for your gym and training and work your mistakes. And even if you want to win, you always need to try find the mistakes maybe you did in the fight, and then you can improve for the next one. The high-level tournament condition is very important. Like for the Pan-Ams, like I said, like I was dropping weight, and then I was doing diet. I dropped 17 pounds, and the conditioning part was very important, because sometimes like we drop that much weight, sometimes you lose strength, or you get tired and feel like exhausted close to the tournament. And I was like to get off the diet, I did a plan of exercise and cardio to make sure I couldn't drop weight, but I didn't lose any strength or endurance. You know, it's very important together for your training, not just like a drill and positions, but it's very important you have your conditioning training together too. Jiu-Jitsu is for everybody. Like Jiu-Jitsu is a lifestyle. Doesn't, like, if you don't want to compete, it's something like you're gonna train, you're gonna get in shape, you're gonna learn some self-defense, you're gonna have a lot more confidence. It's something you're gonna make friends, and Jiu-Jitsu is different of all the other martial arts. Jiu-Jitsu is something like you create like a big family. It's not just you go to the gym, do some training, and leave. Like when you go there and training, you need the other person to improve. And the whole idea of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is work like a family, like try help each other. The idea when people go to the training is not to beat each other, but help each other getting better, and then you're gonna have a better training partners. And if you have a better training partners, you're gonna have a better training for you, and then you can grow. And then for me, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a lifestyle. When you're gonna training, learning a technique, make friends, learning eat health and do exercise, and everything together turn our lifestyle. Leave your ego outside and come to the training, and make sure you don't get frustrated, because in the beginning sometimes it's hard to learn some kind of movements. Try learning the basics. It's very important you learn the basics, and then after you go for more advanced motions. A lot of people try in the beginning, watching YouTube and stuff, and maybe people do it. I want to do this, but if you don't have the basics, if you don't have the fundamentals, you're never going to be able to grow, and then you're going to start getting frustrated, and a lot of people quit. And then it's very important when you're training, stick with the basics and drill as much as you can. Try not just go there to the gym to do the regular training, but go a little bit before or stay after and drill 30 minutes, 20 minutes every day, a little bit here and there. They're going to improve, going to make you understand more the emotions, and for sure you're going to stick with the sport. And then the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is an amazing sport. You need to understand it's actually not easy, but you need to get a focus on the basics and drilling. Pretty much it's like the same thing for white belts. You need to like keep focus on basics. Then the drilling part is going to be make more part of the training. Like every time you're growing in the belt, in the rank, you need to drill even more. Make sure you get like the positions and focus on the details, because when you learn the positions, one thing, but to make you can make the position during the training or tournaments is very important. Like you gotta learn the details, learn the postures, the grips, and there's like when you grow in the belt, everything gonna be more for a little more detail, a little more control, and then you're gonna learn it like all phase of this training. And this like it's very important to have a really good coach who can let you know about that. I always like to try to learn as much as you can. I trained for 38 years. And I still learning. Like I'm always open to learning. I bring people to my school. I train in different schools. I try always learning, see what is different, I go to the tournaments. And the other thing, I go to the tournaments because I can see what's going on, what's new there, and I can bring to my students. I can try, I can training, I can drilling, and then they're gonna make me getting better, and then I can make my students getting better. I never quit, and that was Marcelo Alonso. Like one day it wasn't for me, but I saw the guys like, oh, don't quit, like, and it was explaining the reason, like, in the beginning is very hard, like you need to get like a more details and drilling, because a lot of people come, and especially like the big guys, they think the muscle is gonna help, but it doesn't help at all. When you go training, make sure you don't muscle, because if you muscle, you're just gonna make your learning get it like you slowly. You're gonna slow your learning process. And that advice wasn't for me, but I saw it's like they're gonna keep pushing myself. It's very important. Before you start training, you go to the place and watch what kind of training they offer, what kind of training, if they have a different trainings for beginners and advanced, if they don't have a different class, how they run those classes. And then it's very important, like, when you go for the academy, like, watch first, like, make sure you're learning, you see what is going on in the class, and not just about like the technique, but their attitude too. Like, you don't want to go to the place, people like, it doesn't care about the white belt because just to start right now, we just care about the other belts. Like, it means very important the place be like a family atmosphere, like a friendly, and then not just about technique, but the atmosphere needs to be really good too. Thanks for all my coaches, because like a person is not just be a black belt or be a coach or professor or master if you don't have all these people behind you and teach you and explain you stuff about training, about competing. Then I want to say thanks for all my coach, all my training partners, even all the people I compete against you, because all these people like help me be here today and be able to teach my students and help with the BJJ community.